Please take a comfortable seat. Let yourself get settled in. Something about this is bothering me. It's crooked. Yeah. Can I have a couple of guinea pig mats? Because it's making the whole computer look funny. It makes me look crooked, do you guys think? I just want to get this if I can, that it won't look crooked to you when you're looking at me. Not too far.
I'll play with it.
Maybe that's a little bit better. All right. Okay, beautiful. So we're going to have a short period for meditation and then we'll go into our practice. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for taking care of yourselves. Now is a time to continue your fortitude, your dedication, your commitment. So here we are. I just want to check that my sound is from the proper microphone. Yeah, all right, great. Good. So please take a comfortable seat. You can be upright as you experience yourself to be in your plumb line. You may close your eyes and rest your hands in your lap. I'm going to ask you to go inside to the place in you that has the motivation for being here this morning and to acknowledge that wise motivation. You have chosen to practice in the early morning session, particularly if you're here in Pacific Standard Time, if you're in Alaska or in Hawaii. And this early morning practice means that you're not postponing your practice to a later time during the day. And you're kind of setting the foundation for how your day can unfold. So foundation is at the first chakra, the element of earth and stability and tribe. And then the resilience and flexibility to approach the day is at the second chakra, the element of water, where we are able to adapt and to flow with the events of the day. And motivation is at the third chakra. We express our continued dedication. And these first three chakras then feed the heart. The element is air, and the heart quality is compassion for ourselves and for all beings everywhere. And the fifth chakra is the element of ether, which also means space. And the responsibility at the fifth chakra is to speak clearly. So we can use our voices for a greater good and to express the teachings, the wisdom of our teachers. And the sixth chakra is the place for clear sight, for seeing things as they are, but through the lens of yoga. So not seeing things as we imagine them to be by our own conditioning, but seeing things as they are, which also means seeing the indwelling potential, earnestness, and suchness of everyone and everything. May our practice help us in these ways this morning. Please bring your hands together at your heart. And take a few long, deep breath cycles where you can sense like the breath is touching the notes of the chakras, touching the vibrational centers of the chakras. So the inhale goes from the bottom, up the front of your spine, up the central channel, towards the crown of your skull. And the exhale begins also at the base of the belly and gently tones first chakra, second, third, and then lifts us up to the heart. One more time, exhale smoothly. And then you may sing with me if you'd like. Om Bhargava Suvaha Tat Savitor Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayata Om Bhargava Suvaha Tat Savitor Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayata Om Bhargava Suvaha Tat Savitor Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayata Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha Hari Om. May our practice help us to see that which is beautiful, wise, already majestic in life, in nature, in each other, and in ourselves. You may bow your head to your heart and release your hands and thoughtfully open your eyes. And please come up to standing. We are going to use a little bit of vigorous pranayama from standing, and I'm going to be standing, so what you need to see is my torso and such. You don't need to see where my feet are on the floor right now. And we're going to do some of the practices from yesterday's noon class to get us going. So if you'll make fists like this, we're going to swing the fists backwards and then fly the fingers open. And each time that you do it, you cross the hands on the front. And you're kind of tossing off energy that you don't need, the kind of energy that would get in your way. It's a brisk inhale back and a brisk exhale forward, like this. Keep going. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let your arms swing until they become still. Stand up straight and tall and take a deep breath from the base of the belly in through the nose, up to the heart. Please hold the inhale at the top. And then exhale and come down to a ragdoll. In the ragdoll pose, it's recommended to bend your knees. Let the torso really cascade over your thighs. And then rise up to standing. And now let's energize this practice a little bit further. I'm going to have you bend your knees and sit down as if you're in chair pose. Take the arms forward. So we're going to swing the fist back and then the fingers forward. And we are sitting into chair pose with the legs. Okay, so inhale back, exhale forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Swing the arms until they're still. And now, as you inhale, rise up to standing, arms up overhead, and bring the breath up to hold it in the heart. Turn your palms out. Exhale like a straw. And then bend your knees and come down to your ragdoll position. When we're sleeping overnight, we are not generally inverted. So this ragdoll position, I want you to now use the breath to take the inhale into the low belly. And then on the exhale, to really allow the exhale to be gravity supported and also supported by your deep belly muscles. So that what you're doing is partnering with what your body and gravity can do here together. Do that one more time. Like a deep breath into the low belly, almost like you're lifting a parachute gently. And then the exhale, long and smooth, out through the nose. Use your low belly muscles. And then please bend your knees and rise up to chair pose. Inhale. Okay, exhale, push up. Inhale to open. Exhale to the heart. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, push up. Inhale, open. Exhale to the heart. Inhale, chair. Exhale, rise. Inhale, open. Exhale to the heart. Inhale, chair. Exhale, up. A little faster, open. To the heart. Chair. Rise. Open. To the heart. Again, chair. Exhale, up. Inhale, open. To the heart. Last one, inhale, chair. Rise up. Open. Exhale to the heart. And then stand really still in mountain pose. And sense the earth element from your hips to your legs, to your heels, to your toes. May your mind be stable, grounded. Sense the water element in the second chakra. May our minds be flexible, adaptable. Fire in the third chakra. May our minds be motivated by wisdom. The air element in the heart. May our minds be capable of compassion for all beings, including ourselves. Fifth chakra in the throat. May we speak clearly, also from wisdom. So let's take this to Surya Namaskar now. Please come to the top of your yoga mat, where you consider that to be. And most of you know that I am recommending blocks for the sun salutation because of how I like us to use Anjane Asana, where you can push down against your blocks to really lift up through your heart. So as you take a stance, bring your palms together in Anjali Mudra. Place your feet firmly in mountain pose. And we will use a slightly more vigorous breath, and then we will slow this down so that you can feel the movement of your physiology to come back to homeostasis. So here, inhale, raise your arms. Now exhale, chair. Inhale to go up. Uttanasana. Heart forward. Bend your knees. Chair. Rise up. Open to the heart. Inhale, raise your arms. Chair. Rise. Uttanasana. Heart forward. Bend your knees. Chair. Rise. Open. Heart. Arms up. Chair. Rise. Uttanasana. Prepare to step back, heart forward. Left foot back, left knee down. Rising. Touch the blocks. Plank. Downward dog. Plank. Downward dog. Once more plank. Downward dog. Inhale. Left foot forward. Rising up. Touch the blocks. Step forward. Uttanasana. Rising up. To the heart. Stand really still like a mountain. Feel the earth element from your hips to your heels. May the mind be stable. Water element in the belly. May the mind be flexible. Fire element in the mid-torso, solar plexus. May the mind be motivated by wisdom. In the heart, compassion. In the throat, speaking clearly. And now we do the same again. Inhale briskly. Chair. Rise up. Uttanasana. Heart forward. Right foot back. Rise up. Touch the blocks. Plank. Downward dog. Plank. Downward dog. Plank. Downward dog. Inhale. Right foot forward. Inhale, rise. Touch the blocks. Left foot forward. And bowing. Uttanasana. Hands to the heart. Now slowly inhale to rise. Exhale, chair pose. Om Harim. Inhale to rise. Marichaye Namaha. Exhale forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, glide forward through your heart. Exhale, take your left toes back to the basic lunge. Now inhale, rise smoothly and gracefully. Keeping your upright lunge, exhale, sweep your arms wide and down to clear the windows of your eyes, your mind, and your heart. Inhale, raise your arms, lifting vitality up from the base of the pelvis, up through the chakras, reach up. Exhale, arms wide, clearing the windows of your vision, your wisdom, and your heart. Again, inhale, sweep the arms up. And this time, exhale, bow forward, touch the blocks. Inhale, downward facing dog pose. Exhale, roll forward, plank pose. Inhale, lower the knees slowly, table pose. And then exhale, allow the hips to come forward and start the process of seal pose. Raise your heart up, lift your gaze. And then inhale, upward facing dog pose. With your hands on your blocks, you might have a little more clearance for your upward dog. And then exhale, roll up to plank pose. Use your deep low belly. Inhale now, downward facing dog pose. And exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, rise up to your crescent lunge. We're going to hold the legs steady and the inner body and the central channel steady. And then exhale, sweep your arms out, clear the windows of your eyes, your mind, and your heart. Inhale, raise up from the first to the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth chakra, up to the seventh. Exhale, arms wide. Again, inhale, raise your arms. And exhale, reach wide as you bow forward. Lightly touch the two blocks. Inhale, float your right foot to meet your left. And exhale to deeply bow towards your legs. Energize your legs. Inhale, rise all the way up, upward hands pose. And exhale, come down to the heart. Om Harim Marichaye Namaha. Now a little bit of vigor again. So inhale, sweep the arms up. Chair pose. Up. Uttanasana. Heart forward. Left foot back. Crescent lunge. Now left knee down. Crescent lunge. Left knee down. Crescent lunge. Left knee down. Crescent lunge. Bow forward. Downward dog. Plank. Downward dog. Left foot forward. Crescent lunge. Right knee down. Crescent lunge. Down. Up. Down. Up. Bow forward. Right foot forward. Uttanasana. Rise up to the heart. Stand really still. Notice the heat in your body and the earth element from your hips to your heels. The water element in the low belly, fire in the mid belly, air in the heart, space in the throat. And that which is beyond space, up in the sixth chakra and the mind and consciousness itself. Now we'll do one slowly, including upward dog pose again. So inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale to rise. Exhale, descend. Energize your leg muscles so there's a real sense of stability in the legs as the torso is more fluid coming down. Inhale, glide your heart forward. Reach into the air element and then bring your gaze forward. Exhale, your left foot back. So this is the basic lunge pose. Now inhale, rise to your crescent lunge slowly. Full breath cycle, raising up through the chakra system. And then exhale, touch your left knee down lightly. Lower the hands and arms down. Inhale to go back up. Exhale, arms wide, and very lightly touch your left knee down. Inhale to rise. This time, exhale, bow forward. Keep your back leg strong. Inhale, downward dog pose. And exhale slowly forward to plank pose. Bring your gaze down between your thumbs. Inhale to table pose. Lower your knees lightly and uncurl your toes. And then exhale, glide your hips forward, tailbone, sacrum. Move through the spinal column with fluidity. Raise your heart. And then inhale, upward facing dog pose. And let's breathe for several breath cycles right here. Roll your shoulders back. Keep your collarbones lifted, and your gaze can be level on the horizon, up towards the sky, or down towards the earth if you've been feeling ungrounded. And then exhale through your low belly, rise to plank pose, and inhale backwards to downward facing dog. Now exhale your left foot forward. Use the entire exhale so you're really in no particular hurry. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. And really slowly touch your right knee down, sweep the arms wide. And then inhale to rise. Keep the breath smooth and do only the level of the action that you actually can keep the breath smooth. So for some of you, that means that your right knee will just bend a little ways and you're moving through the full cycle of the breath, even if you don't come all the way down to the floor with your right knee. Last one, inhale to rise. And then exhale, sweep your arms wide, come slowly forward, touch the two blocks, and inhale your right foot up, and then bow towards your legs. Inhale, rise all the way up, upward hands pose, reach through the chakra system. And then exhale, your hands to your heart. And stand in the plumb line of the central channel. Let everything become quiet, like circles on water. May your mind reflect the sky beyond the weather patterns. And then please release your hands. And let's take a wide stance on the mat. So you can turn your mat or you can turn your computer, whichever one you need. Or you can just look sideways. Okay, so a wide stance, please. Make your legs about the length of one of your legs, that distance apart. Sweep your arms wide. As you exhale, come down to Prasarita Padottanasana. Place your hands between your feet. So it's foot, hand, hand, foot. When you place your hands like this, bend the elbows as needed and line the elbows up with your shoulders and your hands. And for some of you, I recognize that your hands are not going to reach the floor here. So it is okay to use blocks to put under your hands, like this. And for others, your pose just might be less flexible, so you've got your hands on your blocks and you're up a little bit higher. Whatever your process is there, I'm going to ask you on the inhale to try to make a little back bend in the heart. So it's not that the chin goes forward, it's that you're actually using your heart and your shoulder blades to do that. And then on the exhale, allow there to be a little deeper bow in your pose. Use your deep low belly for that bow. And then inhale, little back bend in the heart. Lengthen through the crown of your skull. And exhale to bow deeply inside the low belly. Once more, inhale, little back bend in the heart. And exhale to bow deeply inside the low belly. And then shift your hands to your hips, please, and rise up to standing. So I'd like us to use that kind of undulating process in the spine now for a triangle pose. And it's going to seem a little bit
unusual because the triangle is not going to be static like we used to have in our Iyengar yoga days. And I'm only saying that was my experience of Iyengar yoga. I'm not saying that is the tradition of Iyengar yoga. But we held our poses for a long time. We felt like statues. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to recommend that you take 2 blocks like this and turn your feet to your right. And then place the blocks down. Let's actually put them on the inside of your right ankle, not on the back side. And is the color distinction enough, or should I use the green blocks?
I think you're fine.
It's okay. Okay, inhale, sweep the arms wide. And as you come down now, keep both legs grounded like the element of earth, very stable. And place your right hand on your block. It's high. I know this is a higher triangle than some of you normally practice. Reach up with your left arm towards the air element and towards the sky. Now, root your tailbone if you haven't yet and press firmly into both heels. So with your exhale, gaze in towards your low belly and pubic bone and tone those muscles to help the exhale. And then inhale up the chakra system, open your chest and your heart like a sail on a ship. And exhale to gaze in towards your deep low belly. Keep the legs stable and tone the muscles that support your exhale. Inhale up the chakra system to open your heart and your throat and your vision. And exhale. So this becomes an undulation for you based on your breath cycle. And I will ask you to move through it several times. So there's no particular hurry. And to the extent that when you gaze down and in, you feel like your legs are more rooted, please don't lose that when you open up the pose. Let's do one more exhale, gazing in and down, perhaps even all the way to the toes of your left foot. And then open one more time. And now pausing here, sweep your left arm past your left ear and let the torso become like a C shape. Now keep the right arm strong so your C shape is really addressing the entire left hemisphere of your body. If you bend the elbow, you end up with a different experience. So try to keep the right arm stable and press into your left heel as you reach into your left thumb. And now with an exhale, keep your left arm near to your left ear and rise up to standing. And lower your left arm down. Let's make the feet parallel and see what's going on in the energy body. So just come to your wide stance and notice left to right. And then shift your feet and your blocks to the other side. Okay, so a wide stance. Inhale, sweep the arms out. And then exhale and come down. So your left hand goes to your block. Press firmly there. So the earth element here is from your heels to your hips, but also you're expressing that with your left arm. Press firmly down. Root your tailbone. As you tone the low belly, think of it as supporting the water element, not limiting it. And then raise your right arm high into the air element and the space beyond air, the ether element. Okay, exhale to gaze in and down. Broaden your lower back. Inhale up through the chakra system to open your heart and your gaze. Exhale to gaze down towards the low belly, pubic bone, maybe even the toes of your right foot. Inhale to open. And do this several times with the pace of your breath cycle, synchronizing your movements. So sometimes I like to imagine that we are like seaweed in a shared ocean. And the current of the water is gently moving the seaweed. Keep your legs as stable as possible here. So the movement is in the inner belly, mid-belly, heart, throat, and your eyes. And the next time time you're in the opening position, now sweep your right arm past your right ear and keep the left arm very strong as you further encourage a side bend on the right hemisphere of your body. Root your right outer heel, energize your right outer hip. And breathing in. You can keep the left leg stable. Check that your left kneecap is not in Shavasana. And then as you exhale, tone your right low belly. Keep your right arm near to your ear and rise up to standing. Release your right arm out to the side. Make your feet parallel. And pause to notice what's moving through you. Step your feet back to center. Okay, come down to sit, please, without a blanket or a block underneath you. When you take this seat, I'll take the diagonal so that they might be able to see better. When you take this seat, walk your fingertips behind you, something like this. So this is a yoga pose, but I've described it as the decal on the back of the truck, you know, with like that. But when you take the hands back, do reach them back so that what you've got is fingertips and knuckles, and then roll your shoulders open. It's okay if the heels of your hands have not made it to the floor. We have a lot of stiff wrists in our community these days. Lift your heart up, lift your collarbones, and then slowly encourage the heels of your hands to begin reaching a little past their current destination and down towards the floor. You do not need to drop the head backwards, and I'm not recommending that you have the neck go lax. So keep some tone in the center of the throat. Even lift the base of your skull up away from your cervical spine. Your gaze can be down past your nose. At the same time that you're opening the chest, shoulders, and heart, I'm asking you to tone your throat and to support your neck and your head. Keep your gaze steady on the horizon for right now, and picture yourself transitioning from this pose into Navasana, boat pose. And I'd like this transition to be from your deep low belly, not from your chin. Make the transition when you're ready to. You might do like a half boat pose, which looks like this, the knees stay bent, or you can do full boat pose where the toes go up. Now your gaze, if you've lifted your legs, your gaze can go to the tiptoes or beyond them. But do keep a sense of tone in the throat. So the head is not a counterbalance in boat pose. And then slowly lower your feet back to the floor. Now lift your heart enough that you can sweep the hands back to where they started and repeat. Roll your shoulders back. Start with your fingerprints and your knuckles. Align your head and your throat and heart, and then start to take the heels of your hands slowly down towards the floor. So keeping some tone at the front of your throat right now. It doesn't mean that your chin is pushing forward. It actually means that the chin is coming in slightly towards the center of your throat. Lift your heart up. And then picture yourself transitioning to boat pose and doing that smoothly. So the arms can sweep around. Snug your knees towards your chest. Raise your toes, whatever amount your hamstrings let you. And you can raise your gaze past your toes, whatever height your toes happen to be right now. But if you lift your gaze, please also keep awareness of your head posture. And then this time, as you bend the knees, place your feet flat on the floor, about hip distance apart. Rise up to sitting, reach forward. When you reach forward, take your gaze down between your toes. And then exhale and roll back partway to the floor. Please keep your feet grounded. Inhale, reach forward. Gaze down between your toes. Exhale, roll back. Use your deep low belly to support the exhale. The base of your sacrum may touch the floor, and then the mid to upper sacrum. Roll forward. Exhale to roll back. Inhale, roll forward. And exhale, roll back, this time going all the way down. Take the arms out to a T shape. Walk your feet in. And for the first few moments, just let yourself rest. Right? Feel what happens to your breath and your body. I'm trying to orient myself on the camera for you guys. I think I got it. Yeah. Now we're going to use a pranayama practice where we inhale, we'll be moving the legs out, and we exhale, the knees come in towards the chest. So here's what the exhale looks like, knees to the chest snugly. And then the inhale, and then exhale. Notice your lumbar spine comes to the floor here. Try to keep that as you inhale and straighten the legs. Exhale, knees in. Inhale, legs out. Exhale, knees in. Inhale the legs out. Do not let the head be bounced about here. So when you exhale the knees in, you have the full length of the spine, including the cervical spine. Inhale, take the legs out, but without jutting your chin up towards the ceiling. Exhale, knees to your chest. Inhale, legs straight. And last one, exhale, knees to your chest. Now, place a block between your knees and come down to the left with both knees for a spine twist. The block between your knees here is to help you keep your pelvis and your sacrum and your thighs and knees as a very stable unit, so that your twist is stable from your pelvis to your feet. And then the water element is in the low belly, the second chakra, and we twist from there. And then the fire element at the third chakra further nourishes the twist, and the air element up in the heart. So your inhale here should be able to go from the low belly up through the chakra system and into the heart itself. And the exhale, you can tone the low belly gently like a zipper from your pubic bone up to your belly button. One more time, please breathe in. And then as you exhale, float your knees up to center, bring your nose to center and arrive there. And then take both knees down to your right side. And of course, if the knees don't reach the floor completely, you can put a block, a blanket, a bolster there for support. Keep the legs stacked so that your pelvis is a source of stability and support like the earth element. And then let the water element of the second chakra support your twist. And the fire element, which is motivation and discernment. And the air element in the heart. We want the inhale to be able to pace to go all the way up to the heart and collarbones. And the exhale is like a gentle tone to the low belly, as if you were zipping from your pubic bone up to your belly button. Please inhale slowly and without urgency. And then with your next exhale, float your knees up to center, bring your nose up to center. Arrive in the place you can think of as center. Put the block aside. Touch your feet down. Put the arms out. Let everything relax. Come to a few moments of stillness. And at the pelvis, the earth element, may our minds be stable today. At the second chakra, the water element, may our minds be flexible and adaptable. At the third chakra, may our minds have wisdom and discernment. At the fourth chakra, may we express compassion for all beings, including ourselves. At the fifth chakra, may we speak clearly. At the sixth, may we have clear vision, clear sight. At the seventh chakra, may we be connected to all that is. Okay, so now I'm going to ask you to do a compressive practice and then an expansive practice and then Shavasana. So if you need to see it, I'll just show it quickly. This is the compressive practice. You're going to exhale to curl up. We'll inhale to roll just the upper back and the head back down. We'll do that several times. And then we'll transition to what's called fish pose, Matsyendrasana. So that I put the back of my hands under my pelvis like this. I stretch the legs out, and then you whisk the heart up and tuck the elbows under. So that's fish pose, briefly, and then we'll come down to Shavasana from there. Okay, so please bring your knees up to your chest to get started, and with the knees up, we inhale to start here, and then exhale, curl up. So your nose comes towards your knees. Exhale completely. Inhale to roll your thoracic spine down, shoulder blades, and then the head. Exhale to curl up. Inhale to roll down. Exhale to curl up. Inhale to roll down. And last time, exhale to curl up. Inhale to roll down. Notice the tone that's needed deep inside the throat and your neck. And then touch your feet down. Transition to your fish pose. As I said, I put my hands under the back of my pelvis, so my thumbs are right close to the edge of the sacrum. And then the legs go out straight, elbows under. We puff the chest up, press down into your elbows. Your shoulders are not on the floor in fish pose. And we do open the throat. Look back overhead. You can keep the eyes open in fish pose. And then slowly curl yourself down, moving the head first. Release your shoulders and your shoulder blades. Take the palms out to the sides, palms face up. Stretch your legs out for Shavasana. And imagine the earth element. So that is deep in the pelvis, first chakra, and also down through your legs. And let the legs get heavier to give in a little bit more to gravity. And then allow the water element. You can imagine your whole body is actually getting rehydrated right now because you've moved the myofascial system, you've moved the lymph system, so you're in the cleansing process as you rest in Shavasana. You can imagine the fire element, that your body is using fire also for transformation. It transforms food into nutrients. It transforms insight into action. The fire element is also keeping you warm all the way to your fingertips and to your toes. And you may imagine the air element, that which is breathing you. And the element of space, including the spaces in the joints of the body, the spaces in the cells, and the space in the mind, free from the clutter of thoughts. So all 5 elements, nature is comprised of these elements, and so too are we. Thank you. Amar Bhava Siva Tatsavitor Varenyam Bhargo Deva Yadimai Dio Yona Prachodaya Amar Bhava Siva Tatsavitor Varenyam Bhargo Deva Yadimai Yo Yona Prachodaya Allow your body and your mind to become even more deeply relaxed. Amar Bhava. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Hari Om. Hari Hari Om. Now quietly invite your breath to slightly deepen. Make a little wiggle to your fingers and your toes. I'm going to ask us to transition to a pranayama practice that is based on the chant that I was just doing. You can bend your knees and please roll to your side. And let's go back to your camera, Rebecca, so they can see me in completion. When you're ready to, please come up to sitting. And I will turn towards you. How's that? I'm learning. I'm looking at a tiny camera you got. You're over here. The camera's over here. So we're going to be using inhale for the sound of the chant. Then you're going to hold the breath and hear the chant silently in the inner ear. And then you'll exhale for the same length, but listening to the silence behind the chant. So watch here, please. This is your inhale. Om Bhava. You'll be holding the breath up in the chest and heart, listening to the same chant silently, like an echo inside. And then the exhale. We'll listen for the silence behind the chant. Okay, let's try it together. So here's the in-breath. Om Bhava. Hold the breath. Release the exhale. Listen for the silence behind the chant. Here's your inhale. Suva. Holding. Exhale. Here's the inhale. Bhargo Deva. Holding. Here's the exhale. Here's the inhale. Yadimai. Holding. Exhale. Again, the inhale. Om Bhurrbhuva. Holding. Exhale silently. The inhale. Suva. Holding. Silence for the exhale. Last time, the inhale. Bhargo Devas. Holding. The exhale. The inhale. Yadimai. Holding. The exhale. And sit in the silence, the absence of the sound of the chant, but the inner feeling of the chant embodied. And rest your attention in the central channel, the plumb line, connecting you from the earth to the sky. The chakras sit along this plumb line. Letting the mind stay quiet. Continue to rest your awareness in the plumb line. At the first chakra, you may imagine the earth, the immensity of our planet. And you as one member of the tribe. And all beings everywhere, near and far. Those practicing with you right in this moment. and all others. The water element covering the planet so greatly and providing us with a livable ecology. The third chakra, the fire element, the inner fire to the earth, and the fire of Dharma, of wisdom and discernment. The fourth chakra, the element of air, which makes our planet breathable for us. And may the air, in the form of wind, may it spread compassion everywhere, to everyone and everything. The fifth chakra, the element of space, ether. May we use our voices wisely and well today. May everyone, everywhere, speak with kindness and truth and clarity today. And the sixth chakra, for clear sight, may we see clearly. And the seventh chakra, that connects us to consciousness and the cosmos. Please bring your hands together at your heart. You may sing with me. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om. Now you touch your thumbs to the heart center. And then to the third eye, the sixth chakra. And as you bow your head like this and touch here, you are saying, may we remember all these beings practicing together with us. May we remember each other for a long time to come. And we come back to the heart and receive the blessing that others are remembering us right now. Thank you, everyone. Namaste. And we're going to have a few minutes now for visiting with each other. If you'd like, you can come to the camera and we will say hi.
And I can also do a period of Q&A about the class.